Hey everybody, welcome back to Record-ology. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Check this out, guys. This is a record from the original 2004 run of the 8-band record player from Japan. And this is one of the Japanese records. By the way, this is thanks to my friend Fardamark, who sent this and a number of other curiosities our way to explore over the coming weeks. But this is cool. This is one of the original 8-band records, which is a 3-inch record format. Seen most recently in the RSD3, the Crosley Mini Cruiser, and even some MPK units, some of which we reviewed, some of which we hopefully will in the near future. But I wanted to look at this record because it's really, really neat. So I'm missing the cardboard box that it came in. So it's kind of like an 8, and by the way, if you want to learn more and see more about this, search our channel for 3-inch records and 8-band, and also search Techmoan's channel because he's done some great content on this as well. But basically, it was like getting a pack of baseball cards. You would get a generic outer box, and then you would find out which one you would get. A lot of these are old Japanese 60s and 70s television themed or comic themed, and I really am not familiar with any of these characters, so it's completely new to me. So let's take off this plastic slip cover, and here's the record itself. Let's start with this. So this looks like a pretty typical 3-inch record. We've seen a lot of these. They are awesome. I love this format. It actually has really good fidelity if you play it on like an LP120 or a high-end record player of any sort that can handle reaching to the center of the spindle where these are required to be placed because of the fact that they're small in diameter. So 8-band, by the way, is reference to 8 millimeters or 8 centimeters from edge to edge. So that's where the 8-band name came from, and super cool. And the people that produce this are still producing the 3-inch records today and working with Crosley and others to do that. So it's a really cool thing. Also neat about this format, by the way, it is one-sided. Most of these 3-inch records are one-sided. I've got a really cool 3-inch record I guarantee you haven't seen we're going to look at tomorrow. But this one is really neat because it's color. It also has a smaller spindle hole, which is pretty rare. The older ones did that more so than the newer ones, which use the larger adapter. The downside is, and this sort of contradicts what I just said, but with a smaller spindle hole, you can't use it right out of the box on a larger record player without drilling that out. You know what I mean? So if you have the larger hole one, you can adapt them as needed, which, you've seen these adapters, and we've done shows about this and the whole drama about these and how they had to be revised, and that's an interesting story to check out as well on our channel. But these original ones, required a record player that had that smaller spindle, such as this RSD3 without the adapter. But what's interesting about 3-inch records is that it's actually a laminate. What you're actually looking at here is more similar to a flexi disc than a regular record because this is ABS plastic. This is not vinyl. This is simply ABS plastic. However, this layer on top is actually a vinyl layer that is sandwiched on top of there. It's a laminate. And the reason is you can't press a 3-inch record accurately. It can't be done. And I've talked to the people that do this for a living, and they've explained it to me, and it's complicated, blah, 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 blah. But you can't press a 3-inch record. You either need to press a 7-inch record and then die cut the smaller piece out, or, which is expensive, and there's a lot of waste associated with that, or you use this laminate process. So a thin layer of clear vinyl on top, flexi disc, and adhered to an ABS plastic disc. So that's how that works. Super cool. I love it. I think it's great. And again, good fidelity in this format on larger players if you have one that doesn't have the smaller hole, because that kind of limits what you can do. So this card in here, again, I have no idea. Anybody from Japan, please jump in and tell me more about this particular one, these characters. But the idea is you got a checklist there. Once you open up the generic outer shell and find out which one you have, you can check them off and collect the whole set, which is really cool. Even tells you how to fold it looks like. It's really interesting. And then, as with all 3-inch records, it comes with a fold-out poster or artwork. And in this case, we've got this really cool one here. So, yeah, pretty neat stuff. Again, I don't know the characters. I don't know the story. I just know that it's colorful, and that's about all I know about it. But anyway, there you go. That is the artwork with this one. Now let's go ahead and listen to the record. For that, we'll be using the RSD3. We've used the Crosley Mini Cruiser as well, but that one's a little quieter. This seems to have a little bit more volume. So, by the way, the green translucent is awesome. Once it goes on there, you lose some of the color. This has the magnetic cartridge, whereas the Mini Cruiser has the ceramic one. It is USB powered, so I'm going to be using a USB battery pack right here. You can also plug it into a wall wart into the wall, or put batteries in the bottom. It's just what I had handy right now. And that's pretty much all there is to it. It's got a pitch slider here. We've talked about this a lot, so I'm not going to go into it again. Okay. It's not turning on, and I'm guessing... Hold on. Let's try this. I've actually never tried this battery pack on here before. I might have to go get a regular wall wart. Oh, okay. I half jacked it and we got power. Interesting. Could be a bad cable. Okay, we got power to the unit. And let's go ahead and give it a listen to this Japanese 8-band record on the RSD3. And we lost power again. Let me try to find that sweet spot on this cable. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go, come on. Interesting. It's pretty cool. And from what I understand, you can fit about 4 minutes of audio on here with this modulation. I think the audio quality on a lot of these original ones was not as good as the newer ones, because we reviewed the new Sun Records set, and the fidelity is amazing. It sounds, almost as good as a regular vinyl record. But anyway, this is super, super cool. It's like we ran out of connection. I think this is a bad cable, honestly, is what it is. So I just, sometimes I don't prepare for these shows well enough. I guess I should have tested this out and made sure that we had good power supply. But I know you can actually even power some suitcase players off these battery packs. I just haven't done it before. But anyway, there you go, guys. Cool look and a neat format, something unique. You can find this stuff on eBay. It's not terribly rare, but it's interesting, especially to see something that's completely Japanese and something that you wouldn't have been on the shelf here in the United States. Very, very interesting, and something unique. Definitely something that I don't see every day, but it's kind of cool to have an interesting piece of history here, especially vinyl record history. So there you go. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought. If you collect these, if you have any other insight on them for me, or these characters, or the series, or any of this stuff, would love to talk to you in the comments about that. And we're going to do more shows about this format. I'm wild about this format. And when I was at CES in Vegas this year, I got to meet the folks that are behind the original 8-band format, 3-inch format, the RSD3, the Crosley Mini Cruiser, and some exciting, cool things they have coming up in the near future for this format. It is something that there are key people that are very passionate about it, which is cool. And they know that we here on Record-ology love it. So it's really cool to see that excitement and that energy that we have for this format. So let me know your 3-inch record tips, tricks, stories, or whatever in the comments below. Well, that's going to do it for now, guys. We're hitting about 10 minutes. Thank you so much for being there. I really, really appreciate it. Share this out if you wouldn't mind, please. Let people know about it. Tell about our show, about our channel. Like I said, we're trying to go daily as much as possible right now, and really trying to provide a lot of content. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, guys. All right, stay safe out there. Happy record hunting, and we will see you next time.